Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Dr. G here. What I'd like to talk about today is nudges and freedom. We've been discussing nudges since the beginning of the semester when we talked about how we can influence people through consumer behavior by giving them choices. And we've looked at a lot of different nudges within advertising context and also getting people to make decisions that might be a better choice for them. So what I'd like to discuss today is nudges and freedom. Please take a look at the Thayer book, Nudge, and within Canvas it will direct you to which chapter to read in the book. So refer to that as we're going through the Nudge presentation today. So nudges and freedom. Basically, remember what a nudge is. A nudge is a public or private initiative to steer people in a particular way to help them make a decision. What Thayer and Sunstein would like us to do, or what they believe, is that we can make our own decisions and have freedom to do that. However, a nudge is to guide somebody into making a good decision if it's done well. So if you remember, there's three really important things about nudges. We're not using nudges to take advantage of people. The theory behind nudge is that it does not impose an economic advantage for someone. This isn't an advertising strategy. It's not an economic advantage for the consumer or for the business. It is just helping someone make a better choice. Nudges don't interfere with freedom of choice. And what I mean by that is there's always an alternative when there's a nudge. You can take one way or you can take another way. It is not a mandate. It is not coercive. We're not putting someone in jail, for example, or making them do something that is out of their control. Nudges must be transparent as well. So let's take this example that I have on the screen here. A GPS is a really great example of a nudge. So you might have a GPS system in your car. You definitely have one on your mobile phone. And what do we use GPSs for? To help us better navigate where we want to be. So is the GPS system making us have a choice of which direction we're going to go? No, it will allow us to make a better choice. Maybe a quicker drive, maybe allow us to get someplace where we didn't know how to get there. So it's transparent. You do not have to take that particular way. There might be alternative options for you to use with a nudge. Take the freeway, take the back roads. But this is a GPS system is a good example of in alternative ways for you to make a better decision. And then a nudge, as it's described in the theory, is that it's designed to make people's lives better. So help you make a better choice. We've looked at different nudges in class on should I take the stairs or should I take the elevator? And there's certain ways that as marketers we can help people make those choices. Remember, it's called choice architecture. So if you're going through a grocery store and the salad bar is in the front and the sweets are in the back, that particular design is to help you make a better choice. We're going to help you, guide you into this might be a little bit healthier than the stuff in the back of the store. So again, that is choice architecture. But it is all around improving the lives of people. So what I wanted to do today is to give you some examples from the here and now. Nudge theory is being talked about tremendously in the environment that we live in today. So I wanted to do a little bit of a nudge case on COVID-19, since we can decide whether or not some of the nudges are helping or hurting people. So if you remember, nudges are designed to help people make a better decision. So you can see here that we have two examples of how particular companies are using nudges to help people make a better decision to clean or wash their hands. So at the buffet line, of which we know are all shut down now, you will find the Purell right in front of the buffet line. It doesn't say you have to use the hand sanitizer before you go through the buffet line, but it's right there, placed for you to make that decision. Logically or psychologically, your brain tells you, oh, this would be a good choice for me to make. But that choice is not being imposed on us. We also have here in the doctor's office a Purell with a welcome sign, a nice message saying, would you please, in the kindness of your heart and in the being helpful to others in society, please take a little bit of the hand sanitizer and wash your hands or sanitize your hands before you come into our place of business. Those are good examples that are in the here and now that we are seeing with the COVID-19 virus. Here's some additional ones. Whether you go to Chipotle, I think they're still open. I think they are for takeout. Whether you're going to Harmon's or Smith's or some other grocery store, you're going to see a very concerted effort right now with nudges, getting people to sanitize their shopping carts, providing the wipes. You might even see somebody at the store offering to wipe your cart down before you go in. Again, those are also really good examples of how we are using nudge in today's society. So you might think, yeah, those are all fairly obvious nudges. However, what we're seeing now in terms of advertising and just some usability or UX design and some of the imagery that we're seeing come out from various companies, we're seeing that, is it possible for companies to have a good UX design or create imagery in a way that will help nudge people to make a right choice? Here's one that I found is how to stay at home in 2 easy steps. Illustrative, 1, 2, 3, looking at, are you suddenly outside of home with an urgent need to go back to step 1, stay at home. So they're using design and some friendly imagery to help people make a better choice. So that's something as marketers that we can do, and I'll show you some more examples. I love this one because this is a nudge close to home. So on my Instagram feed, I noticed that our UMAC department at Dixie is nudging people to wash their hands in a really friendly sort of way with Brooks the Bison. Hey, stay at home, we miss you. These types of messages are great nudges that we're seeing in our own backyard. So think about how we're using this theory in everyday life right now. Positive imagery. So I found this one on the internet. I'm a huge Winnie the Pooh fan. Love Milne, love his stuff. And here we've got our favorite friends wearing the surgical masks to help spread the virus. And poor Piglet is out there in the middle of nowhere and they're trying to rope him in. It's just a really fun little way to encourage or nudge people to make a good decision. So then I come to more of a philosophical or political argument, whereas we might ask ourselves, is the nudge enough? In society, we are seeing that different countries are taking different approaches. And there's actually a nudge task force in the UK who had decided that one of the ways that they were going to address the coronavirus and the spread is to use nudge theory to help educate people to make a better decision. And now there's all this controversy in was nudge theory enough? Do we really want to use peer pressure to get people to stay home, or do we need to use a more how do I put it, a more stringent path of lockdown or things that happen in other countries. So take a look at these different articles that I have out there on Canvas. I think they're fascinating, but I want you to think about, in some cases, are nudges really enough? And so finally, I have a discussion forum out there. It's not due for a few weeks. In fact, we have another one due prior to this, but since we were talking about nudges for our concept today, I want you to read a couple of articles related to the UK's decision for the coronavirus to use a nudge theory as a strategy. And I'd like your input on that. So please take a look at that. Post your initial response to my questions I have, and be sure to comment on at least 2 other responses from your classmates. So that said, just wanted to wrap up another short little video on nudges and freedom, and I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're safe, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.